Hello everyone and welcome back to more StephenPlays Magic Duels. On the last episode, things got a little hairy, actually. We were introduced to Instants, and there was a few points in time where I was a little concerned with the number of creatures that the Warden was casting. But when it came right down to it, we were able to prevail, and we did pretty well. Today we're taking on the third mission. Akros has fallen under attack as Harpies mercilessly swarm the city's walls. Every able body is needed. You and the other prisoners are released, the city's last hope to beat back the monsters. If we complete this, we will gain 30 coins. That is a big deal. Let's start the duel. Always interested to see the art after I click this. Also, really love the 3D effect. Really, really fantastic. Harpies are scary. Let's see if we can do it. If they called upon the prisoners, then they really do need some help. Things are not good. If they're like, yeah, we're gonna have to ask the prisoners, because otherwise we're all gonna die. Now, I wonder if we'll be getting, if we have, like, the same cards in our deck the entire time, or no. Oh, a training drone. This will be interesting.
You can have multiple creatures grouped together to block a single attacking creature. This is a good way to gang up on a larger threat. Your opponent chooses how the attacking creature deals damage to your blockers.
Should be pretty obvious, but yes, whenever you have a creature attacking, multiple creatures can group together to block single attacking creatures. This is really good for white, because white creatures tend to be smaller. So you want especially if you have like a lot of them, you want them to gang up so they can kill someone who's trying to kill you. The only thing is, the person that is attacking decides which of your defending creatures is dealt damage first.
Usually, an attacking creature will deal all its damage to the creature that blocked it. But a creature with trample can deal its excess damage to the defending player.
Fun! Trample is being introduced. Basically, all of the damage that gets past the toughness goes to the player. So if that, whatever it is, dog thing is swinging for 5, and the wall has 4, or it's swinging for 6, sorry. Swinging for 6, the wall has 4. If that dog thing has trample, the excess damage, which is 2, goes to the player.
You'll see trample and group blocking in action in this skill quest. To complete it, block the incoming attack and win on your next turn.
Certainly give it a shot. So, it's the opponent's turn. They're choosing to attack.
To block an incoming attack, first use the left stick to highlight one of your creatures and press the A button. Then highlight the attacking creature you want to block and press the A button again. Once you've selected each creature you want to block with, press the Y button to confirm your block.
So this thing is a Vulpine Goliath. It is a fox, and it has trample, 6/5 trample. So we're going to select our 3/3 Centaur to block here, and then also select to block here. When more than one creature blocks an attacking creature, the attacking player chooses how the attacking creature's damage is assigned. I'm aware of that. Okay, confirm blocker. And confirm block. Now you'll see what's going to happen here is he's going to assign 6 damage to my 2 3/3s. It's obviously going to kill them, but he's only got 5 toughness, so he's going to die too. Damage! Back to main. And our turn. Fantastic. So let's do play card. And I guess attack with our own guy. And this is showing us trample because we are 6 trample. This wall is a defender. It can't attack. It's got 0/4. So we will attack with this. Confirm. And we have a blocker. That was all she wrote. Done and done. Goodbye, training drone.
Great job.
And now things lift up. The training drone mat will disappear.
Normally, all attacking and blocking creatures deal combat damage at the same time. However, a creature with First Strike deals its combat damage first, before creatures without First Strike. This means a creature with First Strike can often destroy an enemy creature before that creature gets the chance to hit back.
Oh, First Strike, you are such a dirty, dirty thing.
In this skill quest, withstand your opponent's assault and attack on your turn to seal your victory.
Alright, let's see what happens. Attack! So we've got an attacker. Block step. So what's happening here? We have a Juggernaut. A Juggernaut is an artifact creature. We'll learn more about those later. It attacks each turn if able, and it can't be blocked by walls. It's got 5 attack power, but only 3 toughness. So we've got a Elvish Warrior who is a 2/3. Not enough to kill it. We've also got Kindled Fury. This is an instant. Target creature gets +1 power and +0 toughness, and gains First Strike until end of turn. And remember, First Strike damage goes through first. So if 2 creatures are going head to head and one has First Strike and would kill the defending creature, that creature dies, and it never does its damage to the First Strike creature. So that's obviously what we need to do. We'll start by selecting a blocker here.
A timer counts down whenever it's your turn to act. If you want to cast an instant, press the X button to stop the timer. This will give you more time to plan your play.
So we're going to hit stop timer, and now we are going to play Kindled Fury. Right on our guy. It goes through! First Strike damage. Kills it. Done. Alright, now it's back to our turn. And one of the things you'll notice is that we had a 3/3 and now it's gone. And that's just because, if we can go back over here, that says until end of turn. So as soon as our turn's over, the effects wear off. We are no longer First Strike, we are no longer a 3/3. Doesn't matter though, because we're going to go to the attack step, swing for 2, and win. Attack, confirm. Oh snap. You have no one to block with. 2 damage to you and it's over.
Well done. First Strike is advantageous on both offense and defense.
Correct. There we go. Okay, so now we're done with training drones. 8 minutes into the episode, we are getting started for reals. Let's go ahead and play, and get my cursor here, a Plains. Elite Vanguard is the only thing we can play. Let's see what we got here. We've got our 2/1 Elite Vanguard, our Swift Claw 3/1, our Flying Vigilant 2/1 Bird, our 2/4 Elk, and a new card. A 2/2 Flyer that costs 5 to get in, but has a Double Strike. Double Strike is exactly what it sounds like. It does First Strike damage, but if that doesn't kill the defending creature, it then also enters into the normal combat damage and does 2 additional damage. It's pretty freaking awesome. Only card we can play is Elite Vanguard. Let's get that out on the field. The opponent has such a creepy avatar, dear God. Alright. Attack. Main. What is this? Sorry, I'm going to need to see what that was. I know I have a Plains. Let's see. This is Woodland Cemetery. So this is something new, because this is not a basic land. This is just a land. Woodland Cemetery enters the battlefield tapped, which means it can't be tapped for mana on its first turn until the next turn, unless you control a swamp or forest. And then you can tap it to add either a swamp or a forest to your mana pool. So it's actually kind of a dual land. You can get either one from it depending on what you may need. That sucks. Let's go ahead and throw in a Plains so we can do more things. The only other card we can play right now is the Swift Claw, so it's going in. Enter into the attack step. We will, of course, be swinging with our Elite Vanguard. No blockers. 2 damage. Down to 18. Go to the end step. Nothing more we can do. Pass turn. Obviously not attacking. Second main phase, dropping a forest and a Flesh-Mad Steed, which is just a 2/2 horse, but whenever another creature dies, tap Flesh-Mad Steed. That's interesting. That means any creature, period, on my side or their side, because whenever another creature dies, tap it. It could be useful. We may need to keep that in mind and see if we can tie that into our strategy. So that enters the field. Some cards have triggered abilities, effects that happen when certain conditions are met, which I think is pretty straightforward. Now it's our turn. We get another Plains, which is useful. So now we can finally play our Eagle of the Watch, which is what we'll do. Okay. Time to attack. Now we can attack, or we could not attack. Now, I don't really want to attack with this guy. I did that last episode, and I lost him. So instead of attacking with both and definitely losing this, I think I'll just swing with the Elite Vanguard. If he wants to block it, he can. And that's fine. He'll lose it. I don't care if I lose the Elite Vanguard or not. The only thing that could affect this is if we get Glorious Charge later, but even then, the advantage on Elite Vanguard's not going to be stupendous. Now, the other thing is I could keep these guys as blockers and then build up a nice flying crew and just start doing, like, dive bomb damage from above. I don't think there's a wrong way to play this. I think I'm going to swing with just the Elite Vanguard, just to see what he does. Is he going to block? Is he not going to block? We'll find out. He chooses to block. Damage is dealt, and we kill each other. Obviously, his little tap ability doesn't come into play because the creature itself is dead. Throwing in a swamp. And doing nothing else. Interesting. Okay, I gotta admit, I'm glad that I did what I did, because now he has no creatures. If I would have been swinging now, he would have definitely went for my 3/1. So I'm going to put my other Plains in, and I've got options. I can play Glorious Charge, a little early for that, or I can put in the Great Heart. I think that's a better option. So when it goes, the awesome thing is that we are going to be able to swing for 5 this turn. Attack with all, confirm attack. That is a nice, huge chunk of health. A fourth of his starting health. Boom! Swiftclaw getting through. Eagle of the Watch coming in with 2 more damage. Down to 13. Now what? Another forest. Main. Here's something. It's another horse. Sure. Whatever. You do your thing. Your turn. Another Plains. That is what I wanted to see. That lets me get the Sky Spear Cavalry onto the board. That is our flying 2/2 double strike. A creature that has double strike deals damage twice in combat. Once when creatures deal first strike damage, and again when creatures deal regular damage. It's possible for a creature to be destroyed before it can even deal its combat damage. Don't show again. Okay, so now we enter into our attack step. What are we going to do? Well, it's got a 2/2 and only 13 health. Now, if we attack with this guy, we're going to lose him, because he knows that he can block our Swiftclaw, and he's going to die. But he can't reach our flyer, and our 2/4 has got 4 toughness, which means he can't do anything about that either. If he chooses to block the Great Heart, he's going to lose his horse. So let's confirm this as our attack. Declare blockers. He's choosing to block. He's going to lose that horse, though. 2 damage here. Kills the horse. My elk is fine. Remember, kids, elk beat horse every time. Switching over to his turn, going to his attack phase. He's got nothing. Is he playing a card during main? He is. Something new. A Gloom Widow. A 3/3 reach. Reach means, and I think we can actually select this here. They even tell us, reach. Creatures with reach can block creatures with flying. Pretty straightforward. The cool thing about the Gloom Widow is that it can only block creatures with flying. Interesting. So it actually can't block our ground creatures. It can only block the flyers. Now it's our turn. We've drawn a Traveling Philosopher, which we haven't had ourselves, but we've had used against us several times. It's just a simple 2/2. Let's go ahead and put that into the battlefield. It's going to be summoning sick, but that's alright. Now we have to decide what is the best course of action here. What is it that we should be doing? Our opponents only got 11 health, and we have Glorious Charge. We can play Glorious Charge, and it would do some serious damage. Now, this guy can only block flyers, which means that he's going to be blocking one of our guys. To be honest, he's probably going to block this one. And you might be saying, why would he not block the other one? Well, if he blocks the other one, he's going to die. If I play Glorious Charge, this flyer will be a 3/3. It's got double strike, which means it has first strike damage. So I'll do 3 damage to this spider before the spider ever gets a chance to do anything. So assuming that he does block this guy, unless he just doesn't want to take double strike damage for his person, that's true. He'll lose his spider, but maybe that's okay. So let's assume he does block the double strike guy. He's going to take 3, 6, and then 6 and 4 is 10. He's going to take 10 damage. It's a lot of damage. And you know what? It sounds great. So I can either cast Glorious Charge right now, or I can just continue into my attack step and cast it there. And I can do that because this is an instant. So let's go ahead and continue. We'll go to the attack step. It is suggesting that I attack with everyone, no surprise. So we're going to hit attack with all. Hit confirm attack. Stop the timer so we can play Glorious Charge. It's going to give us all... It's not even just attacking creatures, Glorious Charge. It's actually all creatures, because even our summoning sick guy got the power up. So we did first strike damage to that spider, just like I said. And now we're going to do 10 damage to this guy. Now, that was actually a good move on his part, blocking that particular flyer. If he would have blocked the other flyer, he would have lost the game this turn, because I would have done double strike damage to him, and that would have hurt. There is no way he can get out of this. Not now. There are certain cards that wipe the board in Magic, but they're not going to introduce them this early. Which means... I have another Great Heart. I'll put it in for fun. Swing with everything. No reason not to. No blockers. No tricks. Just damage. First strike damage for 2. And they're not going to go through all of that. Killed the Harpies. We actually get, I believe, 40 coins for that. Not bad, folks. Not bad at all. With your martial talents and magical skills, you manage to fend off the onslaught of voracious Harpies. However, you hear calls for help from the main gate. Before the Harpies can regroup, you make your way along the walls towards the cries. Not bad, folks. Not bad at all. Oh, that one was worth 30. That's right. The next one is worth 40. That's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you are continuing to learn about Magic. Starting to get some of that interest in the card game. Magic is a fantastic game, and Duels of the Planeswalkers has always been a really great place to start. Keep in mind that this is a free-to-play game, so if at any point you are watching and you're like, man, I'd like to play along, do so. If you have an iOS device, you can. If you have Xbox One or PC, you can. I would highly recommend it. So far, I've really enjoyed the game, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's next. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time for more Stephen Plays Magic Duels.